Hello again everyone. In this video tutorial we will be performing a partial fraction on this given rational expression. Next thing I want you to keep in your mind or just observe one thing, that this is an improper fraction. What that means is that the degree in the numerator is not less than the degree in the denominator. In that case, what we must do is we must perform the long division. So let's go ahead and get started with our long division first. I want you to look at the leading term inside the dividend, which is x power 4. I want you to write down x power 4 right up here divided by the leading term outside, which is divisor, which is x power 3. So that's going to give us x. So I want you to put down that x, whatever this thing, right up here, and then multiply this x with the both term outside. That's going to give us x power 4 minus 3 x power 3. The next thing what I want you to do is I want you to switch the sign. So this positive become negative and negative become positive. We change the sign. So this is gone. So we got this thing, which is what? Negative 2x power 3. I want you to bring these two terms down, which is plus 6x squared minus 18. Now, once again, I want you to look at this, the leading term, which is negative 2x power 3 divided by the leading term over here outside is x power 3. When you simplify or divide, that's going to give you negative 2. I want you to put this negative 2 right up here and multiply this negative 2 with the both term outside. So that's going to give you negative 2x power 3 plus 6x squared. Once again, I want you to change the signs. So this negative become positive, positive become negative. The next thing is you cancel this one out. This is gone. So we ended up with just negative 18 as our remainder. Thus, after the long division, our original equation can be written as this form. All right. So we're gonna call this equation as number 1. Just keep in your mind. Now our next step is going to be performing our partial fraction only this fraction. This is the rational part. Just keep in your mind. Now this fraction could be written as, at the denominator we can write as negative 18, and at the denominator, look at it, what is in common, what could be factored out, and you can see that x squared is common. I can factor it out. We got x minus 3. All right, so we got, as a matter of fact, we got x squared and then x minus 3. Both are the linear, and then x squared. So how we can set it up in a partial fraction? I'm going to put down a over x plus b over x squared. Since these x squared are repeated, you just write it in this form, and then plus c over x minus 3. All right. So once we put it down, this thing, we want to make sure that we get rid of these fractions. So how you can get rid of these fractions? So this is the way we're going to do this thing. I want you to multiply whatever is on the bottom across the board. This is x squared. I'm going to write down x squared times x minus 3. I want to write down x squared times x minus 3, x squared times x minus 3, and x squared times x minus 3 across the board. Now one thing you can just see that one, this x minus 3 cancel out, this cancels out. So what we ended up with, negative 18 on the left hand side, and on the right hand side, one more thing, you can see that with this 1x cancels out, so we simply got what, a times x minus 3, and then this x square cancels with this x square, we got plus b times x minus 3, and then this thing cancels with this thing, so we got c times x squared. So now we're going to find the value of a, b, and c. To do that one, here is the simple trick. I want you to just look at the denominator over here. On the left hand side, we have a x over here, and then we have a x minus 3. I want you to set both equal to 0. So that means we got x equal to 0, and if you set x minus 3 equal to 0, we got x equal to 3. So we're gonna go ahead and put these one as this one over here. I'm gonna put down x equal to 0 first. What is gonna happen if I plug it in x equal to 0 in this our equation over here? So we got negative 18 on the left hand side equal to, you can see, a times this 0 times this whole thing, they become a times 0 plus b times 0 minus negative 3 become negative 3 plus c times 0 square is 0. So that means we simply got negative 18 equal to negative 3b, which gives us b equal to 6. So we figured out our b value as 6. Now at x equal to, next value is, if you look at on the right hand side, we put x equal to 3. What happens at x equal to 3? So the left hand side on this original equation is going to become negative 18 equals to, if you plug it in, x equal to 3, so this is going to become, see right now 3 minus 3 is going to give us 0, so this is going to be simply a times 0 plus 3 minus 3, so this become b times 0 plus c times, this is going to be how much, 3 squared is what, 9, so I just put down 9. So that means we got negative 18 equal to 9c, so that is going to give us c equal to negative 2. So the next step, we need to find the value of a on this equation. So there's no way that we can find this way, the easy kind of way. So we're gonna be performing a little bit different way, okay? So you just see how I'm gonna do. I will be using this technique. So negative 18 equals to, here I want you to just multiply, distribute, so this simply become a times x square minus 3x, isn't it? And this is plus b times x minus 3 plus cx square. So let's do this thing over here. I want you to just look at this x square and this x square. See right now over here, I can write this one over here. I can, so let me just go ahead and distribute it. Okay, how about that one? Ax square minus 3ax plus bx minus 3b plus cx square, and we got negative 18 still outside. Now I want you to just look at this thing over here, our x square part. This is our x square and this is our x square. Can we write this one as, I can write a plus c times x square outside. Likewise over here I'm gonna write this thing plus negative 3a plus b times x and plus and then negative 3b on this side. Okay, so we got this thing, and here we have a x square and x is missing. I can write 0x square plus 0x minus 18, and now we're gonna be equating the coefficient of x square, x, and the constants. If we equate the x square part, so what we're going to do is, so x square, for x square, what happens? We got on this side the coefficient for x square is 0 equal to the, on the right hand side, the coefficient of x squared is a plus c. So we got one equation. How about for x? It's going to become 0 equal to negative 3a plus b, and finally for the constant term, what you got? Negative 18 equal to negative 3b. From these equations, as you can see over here, if you look at this equation, so a could be written as negative c, and we know that c is negative 2. That means c is what? Negative 2. So I can write a times c, negative and negative 2. So a turns out to be positive 2. Thus our a, b, c values are right up here. We figured them out. So thus our partial fraction is going to be simply a, whatever a is, you replace is a by 2, and b replace it by 6, and c replace it by negative 2. Thus our partial fraction turns out to be this one. Now let's go back to our equation number 1. Let's go back to our equation number 1 that we did in previous step. So this is the equation. So now we want to just put the final touches over here. As you can see, we can write this one as x minus 2 already. That was part of our long division, plus we got 2 over x plus 6 over x square plus negative 2 over x minus 3, and that is our complete answer. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe to my channel for more exciting videos.